My name is Eric Vizzola, a local artist, born and raised in Las Vegas. The show's called A Visual Language. Sort of my understanding of really just the world around me, like within about the past year or so, just kind of developing a language of art that I've fallen into, and I kind of relate it to sort of archaic forms of art, hieroglyphs, petroglyphs, cave drawings, very rudimental images to express yourself, but to put it out there in sort of like an ephemeral sense. I've kind of done a lot of public art in the past year, and figuring out what images work for that, what type of bold, colors, shapes, forms work with public art, and it reminds me of those archaic forms because you put it out there and it could last forever, but it's ephemeral. It could be temporary, and the world around me, I do a lot of mountainous images and sort of landscapes, and I was born and raised in Las Vegas, so I'm just influenced by my environment. A lot of bright colors. We have some pretty great desert sunsets around here, and it's highly influenced and shown in my art. So those marks are almost like a hieroglyph. I kind of have developed like a quasi name, like an iroglyph. I've sort of developed like an eye as an icon that I like to. I'll put it out there once in a while, and so I just sort of developed this hash mark that I don't know. It's more like meditation for me. If I'm doing it across like a large field, it works as a pattern, and sometimes it's real rough, sometimes it's tight, and it does remind me of something that it's sort of nondescript, and I guess it can be interpreted in different ways. It could be, is it some sort of language, some type, or is it strictly just mark making? So there's kind of that, I like that vagueness within those particular marks. Whenever I see gallery space, I always like when there's some sort of dimension, or the art is beyond just the walls. I've really found a love for public art, so I really like painting on walls and doing big work, and so it kind of harkens back to that. The bricks kind of relate to that outdoor environment. So actually this circle is probably, this little guy, probably the smallest piece in here, is one of my favorites. A lot of my art, there's a lot of, I try to think very philosophically and have some deep meaning behind it. It kind of balances between abstract and landscape and surreal, and it's sometimes very cryptic imagery or ornamental, but there's like deeper meaning behind it, deeper philosophical meaning. But I mean, with this one, I like it because it kind of incorporates more of the abstract and the landscape. It's just a little more heartfelt for me. It's as simple as, I love the mountains around Las Vegas. They're sort of snowy, which is a little more aspirational, almost like, there's a saying, déjà visité. It's almost like déjà vu, but it's more of like being at a place, like having a familiarity with a place that you may not have been before. I like doing sort of minimal installations, as you can see with the brick and the color and stuff, and like I said, I like camping, so I thought it would be kind of a little tongue-in-cheek to put a little campfire down there, but in sort of a painterly sense, like harmonizing the colors between the both, and and it's called The Light Appears Brighter. So it really is, I like going up to the mountains because the stars are brighter, and you kind of, it's a simple way of living, and the fire always seems a little brighter, and the colors in the natural surroundings just seem a little more vibrant. So the firewood was a little tongue-in-cheek, but I thought it'd be sort of an interesting play off of the rest of the wood in here, and sort of these It's kind of just mundane objects turned into like gallery pieces. My show, A Visual Language, is my second solo show. It's up through August 19th, and I hope as many people can come down and see it. It's a pretty bright and colorful show, so you should enjoy it.